in our culture, we refer to silence as respect. When you are talking to your child and he doesn't agree or she doesn't agree with you, as they are trying to explain themselves, you tell them to shut up. And I'm speaking. You lack respect. Now, due to that kind of age gap, that naturally transfers into marriage with that kind of an age gap. Because that person is old enough to be a father. In fact, most of the time, older than a father. So that silence is there. That silence sits down. So in that culture, I won't call her a child wife. I mean, a young wife. I'll call her a child wife. Because a 17-year-old, 19-year-old being with a 60-year-old, that's just a child.
Yeah.
So that kind of a girl questioning her elder, that's her husband, is seen as the ultimate sign of disrespect. So her pain, whatever is disturbing her that she wants to say, is now dismissed as childishness or stubbornness. So she's now being told that silence is what is the value of a virtuous woman. Because in this part of the world, I don't know whether they do it elsewhere, we will take our arguments anywhere just to win it. So we borrow from culture. Where culture is not going, we quickly run into religion. When it's not working, we quickly look for something someone said. Then they will say, but Deji said. I think Deji is the ultimate authority in marriage. But Auntie Emisi said, as if Auntie Emisi is the person that created the whole world. It is so many things. But silence is the most painful one. Because silence means somebody is stabbing you and covering your mouth at the same time. Don't make a sound. And it's not about even don't make a sound. I want you to like me stabbing you. That's what you're telling those girls. When they go back to their homes, their mother will say, even when I was young, your father used to beat me, but if he doesn't love me, he won't discipline me. They attributed, I can't even call it beating. They attributed physical violation, domestic violence. They attributed it to discipline. Stay there. So the person probably dies. If our husband's colleagues are not like her and they married somebody closer to their own age, even when she's with the woman, she still has to behave herself. She's
missing out. And she's missing out amongst her own set. So in short, there's a period of her life that will be cut off before she comes to realization of what she has gotten herself into.
That is, you just hit me on the reason why you shouldn't marry probably before 25. Because first of all, you are going to go through a lot of identity. Your ideas, your worldviews, your beliefs, your life goals, they have not formed before 25. They have not formed at 19. They've not formed at 18. But you become somebody's partner before you become yourself.
Before you even know yourself.
You don't have a self-identity. You don't know what you like, what you don't like. You are a dependent at that time under your parents and you're already into marriage. For a lot of them in the poorer regions, that is the end of their educational career. They don't go to school any longer, they go home. You go and be a wife. You sweep, you clean, you go and be a domestic assistant. So the girls' education is altered, but more importantly, our economic potential is killed because of our stagnancy in education. She didn't grow. Our intelligence, our exposure, everything was killed. She might not be able to focus business well. She might be limited to just small businesses, which ties into what the men supporting this system want anyway. Financial dependence on me. I have to have control to put her where I want. So for some people, marriage is prison. Because somebody has trapped them and is controlling them with money. There's a higher risk of abuse if you marry early, because you don't have life experience, you don't have financial independence, you are vulnerable to control and abuse. You don't know what a normal relationship looks like.
I remember something that happened a while back. A lady walked into my office and she was looking for a job, and she was actually looking for an administrative job in my office. She was looking malnourished, let me say that. She was looking malnourished, and then she said that she saw the outfit, and then she wanted to ask if there's space where she could work. And I looked at her, I invited her to sit down, and I asked her, number one, how old are you? She said 22. I asked her, when did she finish school? She said she's here to finish school. I was like, how about your parents? They are very fine. Why are you looking for an 8 to 5 job if your parents are fine and you are here to finish school? You should be looking for how to hustle, get some money, not come and sit down in an office where you'll be able to read. She now said she actually stopped school when she was 18, that she got married. And at 22, no, she got married at 17, sorry. She got married at 17, and at 22, guess what? 4 children. 4 children. Even the person that she got married to was like, I think about 15 years older than her. So they could still talk and everything. But unfortunately, this man died. And the man's family came in, threw her and the children out, and took over everything belonging to this lady. And I told her, I said, look, you are still a child. You know what I'll do? Go back to your parents. Because at that time, she said she couldn't go home. So where will you keep your 4 children? Imagine, within 5 years, she has 4, which means that there must be one that is still breastfeeding.
Yes.
Whatever it is that you've done to your parents, go back to them, go and beg. Ask for their forgiveness and tell them what has happened to you. Because right now, what you need is family support. And that is a lady that wasn't forced into a union, but life happened to her. And even she was even supposed to go back to school, but it was like year after year, it was pregnancy. So the 4th one was when they said that, okay, we are going to look for how to stop it. And that was when the man died. At 22, there was no money to feed the children. At 22, there was no house to stay. At 22, she was just on her own. And I want to presume that with this lady, her parents never forced her. That was why she couldn't go home. This was a choice made by her.
She's probably the one that left, yes.
Yes. So some leave, some are pressured to do it.
But actually, before you leave this point, I want you to explain something for me. Why would a 17-year-old want to leave home? Which means that the home wasn't palatable.
Exactly.
If parents don't make the home comfortable, the child will want to escape. That's why, because you're a marital counselor as well, we always ask them before they get married, I hope you are getting married for the right reasons. Not to escape the issues in your family. It's very, very important. Because once you lose support and your owner can alienate you from everybody, all you have left is abuse. That's all you have left, abuse.
Abuse.
Because abuse doesn't just happen like that. It has to have been done by someone from time, probably the parents, but it is done when somebody has no support, when there's no one to run to, when they are alienated from all the types of love they could have. No friends, no family, no brother, no sister, no mentor, no elder sister in the community, no friends in school, no teacher that has an interest, no guidance counselor. It's when all those things are missing that most of the time people are abused.
So, like you said, if the home is not palatable, you cannot come and then talk to your parents. You have no emotional safety. The other day we were talking about emotional safety. You have no emotional safety. You can't open up to your parents. You want to talk, probably they do not have the time. Yes, genuinely, we know that times and seasons are a bit hard right now. We know that the country is a bit tough right now. But it should be intentional to create that time for the children so that you can hear them out. Yes, you're not supposed to treat them as friends, but you're supposed to be there to get them through. So that even you're supposed to be there so that for them to be able to open up to you before they take any decision, they should be able to sample your own opinion. That is, if you have a very good relationship with your children. But at this point in time, mother has gone to work 5 a.m., father has gone to work 5 a.m., they come back home pretty tired, probably just eat and then just, go to bed. What time do they have for these children? So before you know it, some children actually leave before time. They've even left before they actually leave the home.
They've left in their mind. Unfortunately, at times, it's not even anybody's fault. It's just that this knowledge of a thing, it is dicey. Because it can be around you and you still might not be able to tap from it. Because when you look at it on the side of the parent, all they are trying to do was to love their child.
Yeah.
That place they went to at 5 a.m. to come back at 11.
It's because of them.
It's because of the children.
Yeah.
But you have to find the time
to balance it up.
Be intentional about it. You have to squeeze it out. Because at times it doesn't take more than 10-15 minutes a day just to connect with your child. Because connection with your child is not something you do once a week, once a month. It's continuing. It's like sex talk. It's like a relationship. There has to be a lot of investment. Honestly, if that child knows that 10-15 minutes, these people will listen to me. They will not immediately start shouting, fighting, and judging me. They are just listening to me. Then they calm themselves and advise me on how to proceed, left or right. Relationship will be better. You don't have to do that all the time.
One day I was talking to
a child.
One day I was talking to a child, and I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I don't judge. I said, because before you will do something must have led you into doing it. So all I want to do is listen to you to hear why you have done it. So I'm not going to say you are right. I'm not going to say you are wrong, but I want to listen to you. But by the time you tell them that I'm not here to judge you, I want to listen to you, they tend to open up more.
Very true. Very true. It's and this just reminds me of a lot of things we hear today in the world. I call them all pseudo love. Either is the LGBTQ. Sorry for my friends that are. I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just saying that if from the source, from the family, from the home, if it was correct, if it was there in the first place, nobody will stray. When people stray or they say people have issues, what we are all just looking for is validation. A person who is always being dominated would always seek somebody who can listen to them. It's simple. It's nature. It's life. Where issue is hurting, psychologically, unconsciously, you will find succor for it. You will find support for it. At times, people sit down and say, this counselors, this therapists, this coaches, waiting with their work. Now you go to talk all the talk. They don't know that the profession is to allow you to have the emotional safety, security that you don't have in your life normally. So that is when people go out there and seek validation all the time, especially with our children, is because these young brides, these child brides are children.
Yes.
One thing is, they're just children.
Yeah.
The core thing about this is that information is always out there. The job of a parent is to give the child context. That's why we sit down with them and we watch TV, so that we can say, look at that man that slapped his wife, that demeaned his wife, then gave her a car the second day. That is not love. That is control.
Yeah.
That is manipulation. That's why we sit with our children. And that is our job in their life till they are above 21, 22, 23. Giving them context. There are people who like the same gender to be with sexually. But if you look at nature says completion is male and female. Even in electronics, there are input devices and output devices. You put the one that is an input so that the one that is output can put it out for a full picture, for a full video. That's how it works. It's always male and female is completion. That is nature. So yes, those people are there. That's what they like. But think about it. If everybody keeps on being with the same gender, after a while, will the population fall? The world has been dominated and improved over time with manpower. Without a large population, we cannot use the resources of the world to its nth degree. When you slap somebody right now, what do you think the person is feeling towards you? I know they stole your thing and you slapped them, but you slapped them. Is it equal to what happened? They took your thing, right? Why didn't you sort it out in another way? If you slap them, how would they feel? Wouldn't they want to slap you also at the next opportunity? Then it goes on and on and on and on. That is the job of the parent.
The society is decaying. And we know that the marriage unit is the smallest unit of any society. If that unit is well formed, the world at large will not be where it is right now. So we need to come and then talk about healing the trauma that these people they've gone through, so that they will not pass it on to the next one, because unintentionally they will pass it on to their children.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call you back, Deji, so that we can continue. We can continue that. So to our viewers, I'm going to say that if there's anything take out of this our discussion, it is love is not supposed to be silenced. You are not supposed to shrink in love. You are not supposed to break in love. Love does not hide you behind luxury. It lifts you with dignity. So every parent must remember your child's future is not for sale. Your child's future is not for sale. Your child's future is not to be used to elevate your own family, your own nuclear family. So every young woman must remember your peace is more valuable than any promise of comfort, like any love bombing, than anything presents that they're coming to use to woo you. Look beyond it. And every society must remember that we are responsible for the voices that are silenced and the lives we celebrate blindly. Yes, they are trophy wives, but what are they going through? So as we live today, I pray that God should give us the strength to choose wisely, the courage to speak up, the wisdom to guard our children, and the compassion to rebuild lives that are damaged by silence. Marriage will never cost you your identity. Some people lose their identity when they sign up for costly, or rather when they say that costly yes. It should never cost you your safety. It should never cost you your voice. So let every yes be a free yes, not a pressurized yes. It should be a wise yes and a matured yes, so that you can have a peaceful yes. Because the only marriage worth celebrating is the one that doesn't cost you your yes. Thank you once again, Deji. I'm looking forward to having you for the part 2. Honestly, I am really looking forward to it.
I look forward to it.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.